I'll listen to you anytime you need somebody to talk to. You're a good young man, and you're going to find that too. You're going to be great at what you do, and you're going to find happiness, and just treat that friend with kindness. That's the only way it can go. Be amicable. And like you said, don't argue. That's a good attitude to take. Just walk away, pray, and the next time you see him, extend that kindness. I gotta go. Love you lots, bro. Send me some links. And I'm gonna try and do something about email to make sure I can like and subscribe. They won't even let me subscribe. I'll figure something out. Have a blessed day, brother.
What up, YouTube?
Bang, bang.
We back. What's good? Happy Monday. How is everybody doing today? 4 days to go. One down. Hallelujah, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. It's a privilege, honor, and pleasure to be with you guys one more evening. Salutes to everybody that's in the building watching. I appreciate you. Grab a seat, grab you something to drink, a snack. Halloween is around the corner. Maybe you got a Snickers or some Nerds candy laying around. I don't know. Whatever it is that you prefer, just go ahead and pull up a seat. Get comfortable, hang out with me while I ramble and talk my shit. You dig. You see the title. We gonna get into it. I promise. YouTube, show me a little love here, all right? I want to give out some flowers today in the spirit of Monday, because Mondays are always gloomy and people are just like, it's Monday, it's Monday. But like, it's Monday. Monday, be happy, be a little more enthusiastic, because you couldn't have woke up. You could have been bedridden. You could have been stuck without full. I was leaving work today, and this is the first time I've ever seen it for myself. A blind woman walking by herself up the street. She had the stick and everything. I never seen a blind person without like a service animal with them. She was walking by herself. She was getting ready to cross the street, and she had the stick, and it humbled me, because my thing is, if you can manage to live your life out in the public area without no assistance, all you have is your walking stick, and you don't have your sight, why do I need to complain? You have more of a war going on with me, but you treat it like it's a superpower. So why should I be sitting up here whining or making excuses for anything at all? It don't make no sense. If she can do what she's doing, and I have all of my full function, then there's no excuse No reason to have any issues with anything. I don't care how major or how small it is. That's how I'm looking at life today. I get to sit and chat with y'all, so that's always a plus. Um, I want to talk about the WNBA. Disclosure: I do not know stats. I don't follow the game. I don't know the players. I can't tell you who does what, who plays what position. I know enough to know that what I'm about to talk about has validity to it. So I'm going to speak on it. But before I even go into that, I want to highlight somebody. I want to give somebody some love today. Um, this particular artist, I met them using social media, just randomly scrolling. And when I came across their profile, they didn't really have much to go off of. I didn't know really anything about them other than the one post that they made like 3 weeks ago. But they had a YouTube channel. So I decided to click on it. And for me, I was quite impressed. I was surprised at what I saw because I don't listen to a lot of music anymore. But I know that there's a lot of artists out here on SoundCloud, Spotify, et cetera, who they're pretty good, but if nobody is really checking for them, you just wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I took the liberty to pull up one specific video from them that I personally enjoy very much. It only has 85 views on it, but I love the production. I love the editing. I love her flow. She's very lyrical. You'll hear for yourself. She reminds me of like she reminds me of Andre 3000, Erica Badu, and Kendrick in one body. That's the type of tone, the type of style she got. I'm gonna try to pull her up here and interview her if I ever get a chance to talk to her. But I'm gonna leave her information in the description box so y'all can go check out her music if you want to. I think she's dope. I tell you what, she's better than Ice Spice. She's better than Sexy Red. She's better than Glorilla. Yeah, I said it. I said it. So this is what I'm gonna do because I want to make sure this is paused. I don't want this shit to play while I'm actually talking. I want you to hear along with me. Then I'm gonna jump into the actual topic for the night too. Give me just a second. I got y'all. I hope all is well with everybody. There it is, right there. Boom. You know what? All right, there it is. While that's doing what it's doing, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up. Shout out to Marie Shania on IG. I appreciate you for tapping in. I see y'all in the building, wherever y'all at. Appreciate you. Rumble, Twitter, IG, Twitch. Salutes to you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, please. I need you to pull up so we can all have this moment together as a whole. I want us to all be on the same page here. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead. I should have known this was about to be some other shit. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share this real quick. I'm going to minimize you. And I'm going to bring you up to the main part. Boom. Boom. There we go. All right. Let me bring this up. I really rock with this video. She got some other tracks on here too that's nice. But let's go ahead and watch this together. Go ahead and vibe out with me, man. Just for a minute. It's Monday. Why not? Let me see. Let me test this out real quick. Where did I go with it? Let's see.
I walked down a path today, and I saw tons of apple trees. But I stopped at one because this one grew blue apples. I decided this is where I want to spend my day. I sat down, but before that, I gave the tree a hug. I stayed so long that I had time to comfortably consume 3 apples, spitting out the seeds every time I ate. I spit out the last one and threw the core. As I wiped my hands together to feel the stickiness of the sugar. I walked down a path today, and I saw tons of apple trees. But I stopped at one because this one grew blue apples. I decided this is where I want to spend my day. I sat down, but before that, I gave the tree a hug. I stayed so long that I had time to comfortably consume 3 apples. Spitting out the seeds every time I ate. I spit out the last one and threw the core. As I wiped my hands together to feel the stickiness of the sugar, I felt rumble underneath me, making my heart race at light year speed. The tree, it slumped over me, and I jumped out of my skin, but I couldn't move my legs to run. The tree spoke, vibrating my body.
Please, do not be selfish. Don't reap the benefits from your experience here and just leave.
They playing with me right now. I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'm gonna let that shit catch up. I keep getting like this buffering for whatever reason. We're gonna play that all the way through. We gonna play this one all the way through. I promise you. I absolutely love this song for my own reasons, and I want to make sure that they get the credit for this that they deserve. Uh, Sister Grass channel. That's her handle on YouTube, Sister Grass channel. Pull up, type it in, go over, take a browse if you're curious for yourself. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. Tonight's topic though, I'm gonna jump into it and then I'm gonna come back to the video itself. Um, there's a story that is out right now all over social media speaking on the fact that the WNBA is not making any money. In fact, they're losing money. They haven't made any real money off of it in the last 20, 25 years. And it has been brought to the attention of the players that they might want to rethink what their future holds in this space. Now, look, I love basketball. I love all sports. I was never really locked into anything specific. Like my attention span doesn't allow me to just sit there and watch basketball all day. I know teams, I know certain stuff, but You can't get me to quote or pull up statistics and shit like that. I just don't do it. However, I know that a lot of love has to go into playing these sports. A lot of training, a lot of exercising, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of sweating, a lot of broken bones, man or woman. So I don't knock anyone who wants to play basketball or football or baseball or whatever it is that you decide to do. But if we're realistically looking at this, honestly answer this question. Do you follow the WNBA? Do you watch it at all? Do you wear or support their merchandise? Are you going out buying tickets to go to a WNBA game? Now, I'm seeing different conversations about it. And some folks are saying, well, people just don't give a damn about the WNBA. Ain't nobody going to watch no women play basketball. The NBA is funding the WNBA. The reason why the WNBA is still in a position to even do what they're doing is because the NBA is helping to sponsor their games and all of that. I'm honestly curious to know how people feel about the WNBA. Do you enjoy the sport? Is it really about the sport, or is it the fact that these are women playing? Would it matter who's playing as long as you're getting to watch the sport itself, or does it matter about the gender? See, the NBA has been around way longer than the WNBA, so obviously that's going to be the main franchise all over the world, country to country. Men have always predominantly held that spot in terms of entertainment, sports, competition. It's always been solely focused on men being in those positions. So when you introduce women into it, how do you quantify whether or not it's going to be as successful as men's sports? And someone said that the WNBA is a stud hub that is just there for lesbians and dykes. It ain't it ain't got attractive looking women playing the sport. It's nothing but butch women that's playing. Don't no guy want to go watch no butch women playing basketball. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't watch it because I just don't watch. I could watch it just as well as I would watch a regular NBA game. But if I'm being honest, I'm not looking at a WNBA game solely just for their jump shots and their layups. If we being honest, I want to see some pretty faces. That's just me personally. I don't know about nobody else. It's a plus if you know how to play. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because is it a chauvinistic thing to say, well, women can't fill in seats? Is it chauvinistic to say that women can't play just as good? Well, no. This ain't Martin. You put I don't even want to do that. I'm not even going to do that. Let's just erase that part of it. How do you feel about the WNBA versus the NBA? If you put them in a tournament, team for team, how would they fare? If you were going to buy tickets and we had to analyze how many men and how many women were going to see who, and they had a suggestion box or some shit where you could just say, well, I'm coming to see such and such, and they tallied it up, how many people would be going and buying and spending their money on men or spending their money on the women to come? Let's take a break there. I think we have enough time here. I want to go ahead and jump into this video. I swear I'm not going to give up until this plays all the way through. So I'm going to pull back out of here and we're going to jump into it again. Let's try this one more time.
You must tell the world about me.
Can you imagine an extraterrestrial dish like listening to radio waves from space? With unbelievable. Back. Back.
Yeah. Sorry, I would have loved for that to play through smoother than what it did. But Sister Grass, she's on YouTube. Just type it in, no spaces. It's all together. Sister Grass, Rocket Boy. I like that song. I actually like that song. She has a few other ones, like I said earlier, that I think are absolutely fire to me. Whoever helps her with her compositions and things of that nature, I know she's inspired by Kendrick. I know she's inspired by him, Erica Badu, and Andre 3000. This one gives you a little bit of it, but there's one other one that she has that when you hear it, you're gonna be like, yeah, it's like that. Shout outs to her, man. I don't know if she's gonna come across this or not, but salutes to her. Salutes to her. I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. Um, where I play people's poetry or I might play someone's music that I connect with on social media just to show a little love to them because you never know, man. You never know. Like I said, she only has like 50 something subscribers, but to me, she should be further ahead than where she is. Anyway, back to this whole NBA, WNBA shit, right? Are people really interested in going to the games or watching the games? From what I was listening to, they have lost over or they will lose at least $40 million this year. They will lose 40. No one's buying tickets, no one's sitting in the seats, no one's buying the merch. And I find it hilarious that on one token, you have people who are advocating for it. They're advocating for equal rights. They want to be paid the same. They want to be treated as equally as the guys are. But if you're an owner or just someone who is looking at it from a fair, unbiased point of view, you're thinking about the numbers. The numbers matter. Where's my return coming from? You're trying to make money. What's making me the money? Is it these women playing the sport? Are they making the money? Or is it the guys that's making the money? What is more exciting? Think about this for a second. If you're going to spend $300 on a boxing match, you're going that I mean so you got your flight, which can be anywhere from 200 and up, depending on where you're flying to or driving. Then on top of that, you got gas. You got to get your outfits and all that shit. You gotta get you a hotel because you know you're not just gonna drive there for one day and then leave. So you got to get you a hotel. That's gonna cost you a couple hundred on top of the tickets. You know everything that's in the arena is already expensive. You buy a cup of water or a bottle of water for $10, $15. So if I'm going to spend 500 plus minimum to go see a sport of any kind. I want to make sure that I'm going to see what I want to see. And I want to see something that's going to give me the excitement that I'm paying for. If I'm coming out of my pocket for $400-500, I want to be laughing. I want to be smiling. I want to be crying. I want to be angry. I want to be jumping up out of my seat. I want to be cheering. I want to be involved in the show. Flat out, point blank, period. 400. I don't know about nobody else. $400-500 is not easy to come by. I'm not just I can't just pull $400-500 out like it's nothing and start flashing it around. It don't work like that. That shit. Hold up. I gotta save a couple of checks. It's gonna take me 2-3 checks. Put that to the side for me to be able to plan out a trip. You gotta plan it out. You gotta book it. You gotta make sure everything. That takes time. That takes. Let's not even get to this. You still have to do the planning and get your stuff ironed and clean. You gotta get your hair and all that. You gotta get all that right. Dress to impress. What are you going to see? What are you going to watch? If I'm going, I give you an example. I went to my first ever WWE event a few years ago. The first one. I've never been to a wrestling event ever. That was planned months ago. I literally had to plan for that. Couldn't just up and do it and just go. You gotta take time off. You gotta do all that. And I wanted to go because I knew there were going to be specific people in the arena that I wanted to see. This is my first show. So the point is, people are investing their time, their energy. They're taking days off. They're doing different things to prepare themselves to be entertained. They want to be entertained. You can have all the skill in the world. Like if I'm gonna sit here and watch something on TV, you better be funny. You better make me laugh. You better get me involved in what I'm watching. Otherwise, I'm going to turn the TV. I'm going to find something else because this isn't it. That's how people get mesmerized by certain stuff. Because our attention spans are short. So you have to be able to keep me glued on to whatever it is that I'm watching. Now you have this WNBA, NBA issue where folks are sitting like, why am I not getting paid as much as them? I should be getting paid as much as them too. Why am I not? Well, are you an owner? Are you a business correspondent? Are you sitting at the tables with these other league owners? Are you having all of this presentation put in front of you that shows you what you made this month, what you made this year? Are you looking at ticket sales? Are you looking at who's buying merch? Are you looking at the demographic? How many women are here supporting you? How many men are here supporting you? What does the surveys say? Do you have fans? Do you have people who are reoccurring in their appearances at your stadiums when you go and have your games and your championships? numbers matter. So if the numbers don't add up, how do you expect to get paid like Floyd Mayweather? How do you expect to get paid like LeBron James? The numbers don't equal. I'm not seeing the return. And I don't know if they're it's registering in their head, right? Like I don't know if they hear that. You know how you'll talk to somebody, but all they can hear is the voices in their head preparing to come out of their mouth. They're not even listening to you. That's what I get.
Sensation,
Let's do this. Let's do this, right? Let's have a predominant NBA representative for the entire NBA. Don't care who it is. Let's have one person from the NBA and one person from the WNBA. Let's have them gather a couple of people that are capable of presenting a case before the other person. Let them sit down with their numbers and let them bring their numbers. And they come together and showcase everything that the NBA brings in, and then they showcase whatever the WNBA brings in. And then while you have that group, you bring one representative from the actual player side of it, man and woman, with the biggest voices. You put them in the same room with all of the people, run the numbers to them, and then let's see what you got to say about it later. Problem solved. That's all you need to do. Just have the right people in the room to see what's happening. And let's see if you still complain and argue about not making this and not making that. And because clearly there's an issue. One has been doing better and one has been doing worse. Why? The harsh reality is we know why, but nobody really wants to hear it. Nobody wants to accept that. The fact of the matter is, no one is looking at WNBA basketball for entertainment. Yes, you can play. You can absolutely play. Hell, you can probably beat me. I'm not that good. I got a little jump shot. I wouldn't embarrass myself. I'm not a professional. I'm not saying women cannot play basketball. What I'm saying is they're not entertaining. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. Maybe it's because they don't dunk. Maybe it's because they're butch. Maybe it's because they don't promote. Kaylin Clark is the one that gets highlighted the most out of all of them women. I don't know nothing about her other than she plays pretty good. But that ain't enough. That ain't enough to get people to sit there and go to the game. First of all, I don't know how people just have endless amounts of income to where they can just constantly go to these games. Like, I know them tickets expensive as hell. People spending thousands of dollars to sit courtside. That's my rent. Are you high? That's my rent. That's car note. I could put a down payment on a condo or something like that. Matter of fact, that's a fucking that's an iPhone. Them tickets be iPhone prices. So if a person is going to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to go somewhere, they want to be entertained. That's the bottom line. That's crazy to me though, because even baseball is boring as shit to me. Unpopular opinion. Baseball is fucking boring to me because you sit there for hours. You don't know if somebody going to hit the ball or not. You might sit there for an entire hour and don't nobody hit shit. Everybody just get strikes or everybody just walk. You get a bunt here, you get a slider there, you might get a home run every so often. I think that is a fuck. I think that's a boring ass game. I don't know how anyone spends that money on just no golf. Oh,
Fuck you.
I could never spend that kind of bread on golf. That has to be a snoozer. I would literally stand up falling asleep. If I had to choose between that and the WNBA, I could do the WNBA. I feel like I'm kind of dumping on them, but I'm not. Because if we're just being honest and real with ourselves, where's the entertainment? You can have everything you can have everything physically except the charisma, the explosiveness. It's just like a wrestling fan or someone who was in that sport. I can relate to because I grew up in the attitude era and all that. So I use this as an example. You had some you had some wrestlers that was hella good. One person that I can think of, Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect never became a world heavyweight champion, but he was good enough to be one. Why did they ever put that gold around his waist? He was a hell of a good wrestler. He knew what he was doing in the ring. His promos were not bad at all. But the problem was he didn't have that it factor. There was something that he didn't possess that made the audience rally for him to be a world heavyweight champion. He just didn't sell it good enough. Who else can I name? I'll give you one more. Um, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn. New Age Outlaws, tag team champions of the world. Mr. Ass. He was nice. He was part of one of the greatest tag teams in history. But for whatever reason, they didn't even put the gold around his waist. R-Truth. R-Truth has the charisma and everything. He's never going to win that belt. It's certain things that you have to have that create demand for you. If there's no want or no need for you, them suits, them people that be in them skyboxes, they're not going to invest in you because nobody else is. And that's the problem. Nobody is looking at you play and saying to themselves, oh shit, I just gotta go to a WNBA game. Nobody's doing that. We have to get to the core problem. Where do you start? Start with the numbers. Start with the numbers. Like I said, get these two conglomerates together, have a seat, do the analysis, put it on that nice little billboard with the Sharpies, the erasable marker. Tell Heidi to stand up there and give her, and then you can start to figure it out. But at this point, it's like, damn, like my nigga, it's already been what 20 something years. How long has the WNBA been out? It's already been over 15, 20 years. I still don't understand, or you still don't know what's going on. You still haven't just figured out what to do. Who's the problem now then? Hell, Vince McMahon tried to do the XFL. And even him, he cut his losses. He didn't keep on pushing that shit. I'll tell you one thing though. At least with the and I hate to say this, I know it's gonna sound like I'm being a douche. But even with the XFL or even the women's version of the NFL, you had something to look at. I'm trying to tell you. These weren't young MA built chicks. These weren't your set them off uh Chloe chicks. They weren't built like Buff Batwell. They didn't have the Steve Harvey fade and the lineup. No. These chicks were stacked. I'm gonna say it like that. If you ain't care about them scoring a touchdown, at least you got to see a little some from the 20-yard line to the 30. Eye candy. That's all it really was. That's all it was. To the credit of the WNBA, though, they have more skill than the women playing in these NFL positions, though. But they're nothing to look at. If I want to look at a dude play basketball, I just look at the NBA. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know. You don't want to hear that. If I want to look at a dude play basketball, I just watch NBA and the actual guys play basketball. Why? Because they're gonna dunk. They're gonna be all over the court. The athleticism is different. And it's weird, right? No, because you would think that men would rather see women play just off of the fact that they're women and you get to see them with less clothes on. I mean, that's what you would assume, but at least I know that we're not just lusting, you know what I'm saying? We really want to see somebody win and lose a game or a fight or whatever. Everything ain't sexual. So what's the issue? What's the real problem? Why are they losing money? Why haven't they come up with a formula to make their situations any better? Is it that hard? You got Angel Reese. Every simp in the world, every guy in the world is lusting after Angel Reese. Shaq just got in trouble for telling her to wear what she had on at the Nick Cannon little interview he had. He told her to wear that little drink you had on with your cheeks out. Why don't you wear that while you play basketball? I bet you get a bigger reception then. Was he flirting with her or was he telling her the truth? Dudes are super visual. We want to see some skin, especially if you're a woman playing the sport. I started watching a lot of stuff for different reasons, but I never got into watching the WNBA. Maybe I'll sit down and just watch like some highlights just to see for myself if it's boring or not. Now I've scrolled and I've seen games, glimpses of them where people weren't really filling out the arenas. Them trains would be half and half, like the J-Lo concert.
How dare you?
J-Lo concert, man. Damn, I feel bad for her, but I really don't because I heard her attitude is horrible. J-Lo had a concert not too long ago, man. She had like 50, 60 people in the front of the stage while she was up there performing. I know she had to feel sick. I know damn well she was constipated. I know like a drop or two might have leaked out of there somewhere from the humiliation. I would feel like crap if I. Well, I don't know. I'm just happy with 5 or 6 people being anywhere where I am doing something that I enjoy doing. But she has an ego and an attitude problem. Ben Affleck can't even stand her ass. So that should tell you something. My point is though, whatever y'all got going on over there clearly is not working. Maybe you need to rethink your uniforms. And another thing too, how are women rallying for the WNBA, but you don't even watch it? You don't know shit about it. You don't know not one player.
Damn.
Can you name me one?
Damn.
Do you have a jersey?
Damn.
When was the last time you went to a game?
Damn.
You didn't. I know you didn't. Y'all just be saying stuff just to be saying stuff because you know that it's going to start an argument. It's going to get circulated all over social media. People are going to be here and there going back and forth, man versus woman. That's all it is. You just want to feel included in something. You don't actually want to be a part of the shit. You just want to be included in it. That's really what it is. That's all. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. How many games have you been to? How many games have you watched? How many points a game do Angel Reese score or Caitlin Clark score? You know it's screwed up because I only know 2 names. Mind you, the one prior to that is Cheryl Swoops. That's sinking how long ago that was. I don't know none of them people. And it's honestly because I've I've never heard anyone say, "Oh shit, did you see such and such do that 360 wang, bing, bang, bing, boom?" Did you? I've never heard anyone be like, "Pull up this clip." I've never heard anyone or seen someone share something to me of a WNBA game for nothing. If I've ever seen anything WNBA related, it was Angel Reese. It was her showing off her lingerie. It was her showing off her body in some type of sexualized way. But for whatever reason, everyone has a problem with Shaq being older, saying the things that he said to her. When we know damn well that there's sugar mamas and sugar daddies and all that shit out here spending money on these youngins all day, and they're legal. All of them are legal age. What are you talking about? Y'all be so quick to point and judge when you just as bad. You ain't no better. You want support. You want support for something that you don't support. Make that make sense to me, please. You want this sport? You know what? Holler at me. Give me a call. I will be your consultant. I can get them popping. I can get people watching the WNBA. I know how to do it. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. I'm not going to give out no free knowledge though. You're gonna have to pay me a little something for that. I know how to get them where they need to be at. You say 40, 40 million, 40 million. Damn. How are they even living their lives? How are they maintaining their lifestyles? Where's the money coming from? If you're losing money, how are you making it back to pay them? What's happening here? See, there's some stuff that y'all not sharing with us. Now, I don't know how involved the NBA is with the WNBA, but I do know one thing. They're absolutely involved in some capacity. There's no prejudice here. Get that out the way. Nobody is against the WNBA, but there is a geographical show of proof that suggests that the interest level for that particular sport surrounding the women is not what it should be. It's very disparaging. And I think deep down inside, a lot of them know it. You know it, but you're in denial. You want to make it seem as if you got it all figured out, and you want to blame everybody, but you have the rim, you have the court, you have the basketball, you have the coaches, you have everything that you could need in your possession to make something out of what you are in. Don't point the finger at nobody else. If a person isn't trying to sit there and watch you play, it ain't got nothing to do with me. It does, but it doesn't. I can't make you interested. I can, but I can't. See the people around. Nah, jokes aside, why is this an argument? We know what's happening here. It's clear as day. How are you going to compete with a sport that was here and preceded you? How are you going to compete with a sport that was solidified way before you ever stepped foot on the court? It's like trying to replicate a movie, do a rendition to a song. sample an old school beat and add it on to a mumble rapper's lyrics. It don't work. Nobody's trying to hear that. You're destroying the authenticity of the original. You put try putting Teddy Pendergrass on a sexy red song and tell me how well that turned out. Put the OJs on um, the Migos or some crap like that. Nobody's trying to hear that. And the fact that one of the main issues I want to leave here, it's the fact that we see a formula. I'm about to let me. We see a formula that works for one demographic of people, and we think we can take that formula and replicate it to work for us. It doesn't work that way. You can copy it, but the original is always going to be better than the copy. That's a good question. I'm gonna ask that question. Can a copy ever be or supersede an original? That's my next question. I'm gonna do a community tab on that one. I want to know because that's exactly what this is. You see it work for the men doing it, so you can play, and you're a woman, so you're probably thinking, well, I can play. I have legs, I have boobs, I have thighs, I have a butt. That should maximize my income. It should double it just off of the strength that I am a woman. That's a bonus. And no, that's not what we're seeing here. You're trying to replicate something that is by definition irreplaceable. You can play, you can ball, yes, but the intrinsic pieces that are missing, you just don't possess them, and you won't. The only way they are going to be able to do anything here, they're going to have to revamp what they're doing with the WNBA. They're going to have to make it their own. It can't be a duplicate. It has to be something different about the WNBA from the NBA. It has to be. Something's going to have to stand out. I'm talking about from a technical standpoint. I'm not talking about them getting BBLs and all that. No, I'm talking about them actually having something that they own, original from them, that isn't anywhere else. That's what they require. At least that's in my opinion. But I digress. I want to play another joint, man. Let me see if I can do that though. Cause YouTube be on my heels. Let me see. I thought I ended this. It was still going. That's cool. Let me get rid of this. I want to play another joint to close us out, man, because it's Monday. Why can't we do that? And I just want to show some love to my musicians and poets and all that. I rock with her though. Um, let me see if I'm gonna try to find the joint that I was talking about. But she got a whole rack of them, so maybe I can play it without actually sharing it. That and you can hear it through the mic. So I won't do all that skipping. I can't stand that skipping shit. Which one is this? Um, this joint right here, I rock with this joint right here. I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play this one, and we gonna close out the show for the night, man. Sister Grass Channel on YouTube. The next show I do, I'm gonna pull somebody else up here random, and I'm gonna play their stuff. Um, Here we go, right here. I started it over. Pause. Don't play. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it. Let me see here. Hopefully, we don't get a bunch of buffering and all that crap. This is just audio, so
Do the same thing every morning now. Just find something to keep me busy. Because really, I think about you every morning. And at night, I drink, think about the things I did wrong.
the blessing. He gon' niggas taking bikes every other night, leaving by the spots where the niggas can ride. Community bike. Someone flocks that another pops up so we can ride. Community liquor, community bras and niggas talking about them children and warm winters. Everyone comes, I just say send it right to the van, he broke or he winner. But no baby and no leeches. We have community teachers. I don't know everything about the OGs and I don't know everything about the young niggas. But respect due where it's given. He let younger drink his bottle, sipping with him till his bottle hollow. And young had a bottle, didn't share. Oh, that's the quickest way for a fucked up lesson. He gon' bust it with real shot to place now. But a nigga asking about I never forgot. Should've known the lane that he's worth it. Niggas put it to rest just like curtains. OGs and bottom bitches, bitches pimpin' hoes, yeah. I don't even know how I got here, but I've been here for years, sitting right here for years. Shit, tears, hell, cheers here for years. Same place till the sunset. Make you wanna make sure fuck niggas here clear. Always come down to respect, stay sane. Case these niggas wanna flex that here. I only been to the women I love. That's my mama and my cousin. Or stay baked like cookies by the dozen. Don't bring heat unless you wanna meet oven. Simmer down. Sir, kiddo, hold still or not. Had to steal for a meal if it's real or not. Had a match for some cash, man, the deal or not. Try pressing on the plug, showing love or not. Get what you need if they're getting good. Got a real fly plug out Hollywood. Took a ride in Melrose on the sushi good. They said you don't bang, but I fuck with you. Bad was to let the motherfucking Lord in. Wanna leave for the motherfucking hater sound. All I ever wanted was a good girl and some blue dye. Pray to God I make it say past 25. Met me, you on a I could run a perfect time. 10 o'clock, sip flock bottles and roll the good kush. Conversation about the work hard cuz. Shifting planes, do you study or not? Shit drove up, now it's comedic talk. Killers keep awake, chop up snakes, even if you do bad things, spread it, God, we stay safe. Fucking with them hustlers and druggies and OGs and bottom bitches. Bitches pimping hoes, yeah. I don't even know how I got here, but I've been here for years, sitting right here for years. Shed tears, hell. Cheers here for years, same place to the sunset. Make you wanna make sure fuck niggas here clear. Always come down to respect, stay sane. Case these niggas wanna flex that here. I only been to the women I love. That's my mama and my cousin. Or stay baked like cookies by the dozen. Don't bring heat unless you wanna meet ovens. OGs and bottom bitches, bitches pimping hoes, yeah. I don't even know how I got here. But I've been here for years, sitting right here for years. Shit, tears, hell, cheers here for years. Same place to the sunset. Make you wanna make sure fuck niggas here clear. Always come down to respect, stay sane. Case these niggas wanna flex that here. I only been to the women I love. That's my mama and my cousin. Or stay baked like cookies by the dozen. Don't bring heat unless you wanna meet ovens. Simmer down.
Yo, yeah. A lot of skippers, a lot of skipping. I can't stand the buffering. I apologize for the buffering. I'll find another way next time to play these drinks out where it's a little more crisp. That one was a little aggressive. I know. I don't know. I'm a fan. I say that I'm a fan. I just like her flow. That's not even the one I wanted y'all to hear, but I'm not gonna keep on doing all that. One of these days, man, I just want to dedicate a stream to just showcasing and playing people's stuff, man. That's what I'm gonna do. If not this week, next week or something like that. I just want to play their stuff and just put the spotlight on them, man. Real spill. But stay on the lookout for that community tab question. I want to know. Cause yeah, that's crazy to me. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Salutes wherever you are following and watching from. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tap in. Hit that notification bell. That thumbs up. We back tomorrow. Me and Jason. And yeah, man. Hopefully YouTube ain't too pissed off at me for playing some of this stuff. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night, man.